Future me here to point out that after episode 4, this Let's Play will be continued stream only because of how long this game actually is. And I will be taking breaks between chapters because it seems like this thing altogether is over 300 hours long. So, yeah. And with that, cue past me. Hello! Welcome to my first or otherwise Let's Play of, might butcher this, but Umineko When the Seagulls Cry. Let's get these ground rules off the right away. I'm a rambler, so that's going to happen from time to time. 2, I swear like a goddamn sailor. That might not be an issue here because, well, you'll see. 3rd, if you can trek with that, I might say incredibly dorky things like okie dokie. So if that's too much of a whiplash or whatever, leave now, I guess. If not, welcome. From there, I might say incredibly sophisticated, if not pretentious words here and there. It's just how it goes. 3rd, there's a bit of a thing that I was noticed where the thing is kind of crooked. I don't know if that's going to be an issue or not for anyone, but if you can trek with it, hey, welcome. What else? I do accents occasionally. I don't think that's going to come into play here, but, I don't know what else to really otherwise say other than, well, I'm filming this on a completely different camera and don't get used to it. It'll come up here and there, and with that, let's check the controls. Text speed. Okay. I don't think it should be that fast, no. So toggle the volume on is M. Toggle full screen is F. I don't know if I want full screen, honestly. Not right now, at least. A, toggle auto mode. If enabled for game. Oh, okay. S, toggle fast forward. Okay. Control super fast forward while held down. And escape / click. Right click. Display in game menu. Left click to go back to the main menu. Okay then. Well, I don't know what else, but welcome to Rokkenjima. Begin a new game. Suspended games can also be resumed from here. Alright. You have to unlock episode 2. Warning, this episode is locked. What? Then why is it a warning? These locks will be removed each time you finish an episode. Please read through the previous episode first. However, if you have already played the preceding episodes... Okay. So, let's just go to episode 1. What is this? Legend of the Golden Witch. So, I have never played this game. I'm aware of it. Hold on. New function tips. Tips mode. If in the middle of the game at any time, a right click with the mouse will open up the tips mode. The tips mode, okay. Here, besides the save and load functions, you can... Additional information will be added as you progress through the game. Story, okay. Probably a good idea to take a peek every once in a while, okay. The story is very obviously fictional and fantastic in nature. Resemblance to existing individuals, organization, okay. Is this him, I'm guessing? I guess this is who's talking. Again. So you still haven't overcome your love of alcohol. What? The old physician let out a sigh as he removed the stethoscope. 2 elderly men could be seen in the dimly lit study, which was filled with dust and a sickly, sweet stench. In the corner of this room, which was much larger than what most people would call a study, was an expensive-looking bed, a man undergoing a medical examination, and the physician in conducting it. There was also what appeared to be a servant watching over the whole scene. The bottle is my friend. It is no less of a friend than you, and has stood by my side even longer than you have. You sure it's the same bottle we're talking about? As a man bearing his chest for the stethoscope rearranged his clothes, he spoke unapologetically. Kenzo-san, your body only appears to be well thanks to the effects of the medicine. However, if you continue to drink such strong spirits, the treatment will become meaningless. Trust my judgment. Refrain from drinking. I thank you, though only for the sentiment, my friend. I feel like I need to get his voice deeper, but whatever. Genji. Another glass. I love this old man already. Water it down slightly. That way Nanjo can save face. Are you quite sure? Okay, I remember this dude. After eyeing both the master who demanded the alcohol and the family doctor who forbade it, Genji the old butler, I remember Genji, the name Genji as well, silently gave a slight nod and carried out his master's orders faithfully. The family doctor, Nanjo, let out a deep sigh once again as he watched the butler busy himself alongside the liquor cabinet. There's a smell filling up the room. This sweet, poisonous aroma felt as though it melted the heart, if not the soul itself. It was the smell of that venomous green drink that the man couldn't bear to part with. What kind of alcohol is that? Nanjo, you are my closest friend, and we have known each other for quite a long time. Okie dokie then. I am deeply grateful for all that you have done to keep me alive this long. I have done nothing. After all, you never listened to my advice as your physician. Oh, I'm already enamored here. And you never listen when I warn you about a mistaken chess move you're about to make. Seems only fair, does it not? Master. Thank you. I wouldn't die if I ran out of your medicine, but I would if I ran out of this. Disregarding Nanjo, who had his face set in a resigned expression, Kinzo took the glass that Genji was holding out to him. Very few people would associate that venomous color with an alcoholic beverage. Yes. Nanjo, be honest with me. How much time do I have left? Well, now. How much short must I make it to convince you to set the bottle aside? Oh, this is already great. Nanjo once again let out a sigh of resignation. Then he finally spoke to Kinzo as the I'd like to avoid that nonsense. Then he finally spoke to Kinzo as the latter swirled his glass. You don't have long. What precisely do you mean by that? Let us illustrate it with the chess game here. You have nearly achieved checkmate, but you have not yet cornered my king. Nanjo's gaze was directed at a side table with a massive chess set placed on top of it. A massive chess set? I guess? I don't know. I feel like those would be one word, but whatever the fuck. That or have like, is it a hyphen connecting the two? I don't know. Judging by the positioning of the pieces, the game seemed to be entering its final stage. I can't make out the fucking king. This is a queen. This is presumably also a queen. Anyways. Black's rook and bishop were cutting deeply into enemy lines. White's king had already been castled and cornered, so that even an amateur could see that the match would reach its conclusion before too long. Where is the king? It's cornered. Oh, right, the king has the little cross on the top, so... I think this is... Or is this the king? Yeah, I think this is the king and not a bishop. Yeah, because a bishop is these. Oh my god, it's just been too long. It's been too long since I played the fucking chess. Every time Nanjo came to give a medical examination, both of them would make a few moves. Nanjo was hinting that Kinzo would most likely fall into his eternal sleep before this game could be concluded. These were less the words of a physician than they were the words of an old friend. I mean, why not both? Were you a normal patient, I would recommend that you write a will at this point. And what is a will, Nanjo? Handwritten instructions to the vultures on how to devour and scatter my corpse. Maybe I should read no. And what is a will, Nanjo? Handwritten instructions to the vultures on how to devour and scatter my corpse. I think that was a better... Oh, not at all. As the word suggests, it is a way for you to record your will for later generations. It is far more than just a means to divide up your inheritance. Okay. It is a way for you to record... Huh. And apart from the division of the inheritance, what might I write of? You might write of your regrets, or matters you have left unfinished. Things you want to pass down to others, or merely matters you wish to communicate. Yes, this is true. As you have left unfinished. Anything you want. Things I want to pass down to others or matters I wish to communicate. Ridiculous. I, Ishiro or Miya Kinzo, have not one thing I want to tell or leave behind. I was born with nothing. I will die with nothing. There is nothing I wish to leave to my foolish children. Even if the end were to come today, even if it were to come right now, I would accept that fate of death without a trace of fear. I created everything. My fortune, my prestige, everything. Those were built by me, and they will be lost along with me. There is nothing I wish to leave behind. Nothing! After I'm gone, I care not if all goes to waste. I desire no tomb, no coffin. Those were the terms of the contract I made with the witch. When I die, everything will be lost. That has been part of the promise since the beginning, and that's why nothing will be left behind. There is nothing I can leave behind. Okay. After reaching a furious crescendo, Kinzo suddenly slumped over. His expression was limp and feeble, as though an evil spirit had possessed him and then left. However, I do have one regret. I have nothing to leave behind, but there is one thing I cannot leave undone. You would do well to write it down. Of course, it would be best if you could finish it before your time comes. However, if the worst happens, those who come after you will carry it to completion. You must leave behind your regrets so that you can they can be resolved even if you are unable to do so yourself. That is the purpose of a will. Well, it is called a will. But whatever. When Nanjo tried to gently pat Kinzo's shoulder, the dying man flew into a sudden rage and batted away Nanjo's hand. It's useless! 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 It must be done while I still live! At the moment of my death, my soul will be devoured by the demons of the contract and wiped out of existence! For me, there will be no peace or another world after death! That's why everything must be complete before I go! That's why a will has no meaning for me! And even if I had a chance to write such a thing, if I did have such a chance, I'd want to see it. I'd want to see it one more time. I want to see Beatrice's smiling face one last time! Oh, Beatrice, why have you resisted me for so long? I'll return everything you have given me. I am prepared to lose everything! So please, show me your smile just one more time. Beatrice, I beg of you! You must be able to hear my plea. That's the kind of woman you are! I beg of you, show yourself to me! You're here, aren't you? You're standing there, invisible, listening to every word I say. And even now you're mocking me from somewhere in this room, aren't you? Please, appear before me once more and smile! You're free to scold me, even snatch away my life by your own hands if you so desire. I don't want to die alone like this! I cannot let myself die until I've seen your smile just one more time! Ah, Beatrice! Beatrice! I offer up this life of mine. I offer it up to you! And I'm begging of you, Beatrice! I don't know if my voice for him is right for that, but whatever. I can't remember if this was like the opening to the anime or what, but When They Cry 3? Okay. As I understand, it's completely separate from Higurashi, but whatever. Just a similar series. By the courtesy of the hats on the... Oh. The old opening is still a thing, I guess. Once again, I've never played this. I've seen the anime. And it, much like this game, will end half finished. Oh my god. They couldn't redo this, huh? Alright. But, what was I gonna say? So, according to GOG, which is the means by which I got this freaking thing. Welcome to Rokkenjima. This came available in 2016, and I was going like, okay, that's many years ago, sure, that's like 8 years or something like that. But it's not the same. The first day, October 4th, 1986, excuse me. Oh no. Well, before I go on from there, it's, so I was going like, okay, am I right? Is that wrong? And so on and so forth. And the answer is, of course. This game is from fucking 2007. It's just had updates here and there. But, yeah. Anyways. I don't think 2007 is when I fucking saw it, but yeah, this thing is 16 years old, because it was August of 2007 apparently. Whoa, things sure move with the times. I can't believe we'll be able to make the trip in just 20 minutes. Wait, I couldn't help but scratch my head and marvel at how far things have come in recent years. Oh, right, 1986, I guess. We used to go by boat. Back then, we were all forced to endure nearly half a day of swaying back and forth over the sea before we reached Najima. Najima, excuse me? Yeah, Rokkenjima. Okay, so it's a different place. Things have gotten so much more convenient these days. Oh my fucking god. Hold on. I think I would have learned by now. God damn it. Of course not, because it's been so... We'll get to it, I guess. You can see the words, if nothing else. I couldn't help but scratch my head and marvel at how... Okay. Things have gotten so much more convenient these days. Still, I've been on a plane this... I've never been on a plane this small. I believe this is Battler's talking. I've flown in a huge jumbo jet before, but this will be my first experience in such a tiny one. It's kind of shake, isn't it? Yes. They say smaller boats shake more than big ones. I mean, that would make more sense. So I guess the same rule probably is to planes. I thought you were getting on a plane. Just spare me. Okay, back to the whatever, the more updated artwork. Jeez. Don't worry about Battler-kun. It shakes much less than the boat did. I almost feel like I should give him a fucking accent if he's going to say kun and all that, but whatever. Yeah! Is that you, George Aniki? Yeah, brother. Don't scare me like that. You just shaved 3 years off my life. Anyway, what's shaking? Anyway, what's shaking got to do with anything? You don't think I'm actually scared of the plane shaking or maybe falling out of the sky or something, right? Oh, of course not. My mistake. I see you've changed a lot since we last saw you. After all, it's been 6 years since then. You're not a kid anymore. Maybe that was too hollow, but whatever. Sheesh, and here you are, old enough to smoke and drink. I've got no interest in smoking, but I've always wanted to try some booze. Well, if you got your dad's genes, I'll bet you can hold your own when it comes to drinking, right? Well, I usually drink for business rather than pleasure. Pretty hard to do business in Japan without it. Okay. I mean, this is true, actually. I mean, it's basically baked into the culture, where you basically have to go with the boss and all the people and so on and so forth, to have drinks and stuff like that. How much is it baked into the culture? I don't know, but it's pretty common. What is with this laugh of his? Okay, that's exactly right. That's why I never miss a chance to get into practice. That's no good, Butler-kun. You're still a minor. Don't you know alcohol can stunt the growth of... never mind. Come on, I'm tall enough already. That should be easier to find clothes if I shrunk a little. Puff my chest out proudly. Till I hit my growth spurt, my height was below average in my class. Okay. But then I grew and grew, and before I knew it, I had passed 150 centimeters. Okay, he's slightly taller than me. I guess I have all that muscle training and those shady mail order performances. Drugs to thank for that. Okay, then. Before then, I never dreamed I'd shoot past as 10 centimeters. Above George Aniki. reached its peak height early on. How does that work? Damn, I'll bet my relatives are all say, "Look how big you've grown, Battler-chan!" or something. It's all so embarrassing. I wish they'd just give me a break. Anyway, my name, Battler. Well, it's pretty damn weird, don't you think? I've gotta wonder what my parents were thinking when they named me that. I've never met anyone who could read it right the first time. I usually get called Sento-kun. Okay, this sort of joke. Sorry, but that's not even close. My name is written... That's complex. Damn. What the fuck? I don't think I've ever seen a Japanese name that complex. Like, usually, at the very least, it's written in katakana or hiragana and so on and so forth, which is much more simple stuff. Although, kanji has kana in it because kana's a half kanji or something like that. Or fragmented kanji, if I'm not mistaken, is what katakana more or less translates to. If I'm not mistaken. Meanwhile, like, if I'm not mistaken, hiragana is basically the cursive formation of kanji. This is my understanding of this, looking into this in the last 2 months. Anyways, my name is written whatever. Holy shit. Can you read it? I can read it! Do I know what it actually says? No. The first part is my family name. Ushirumo. I believe it's Ushiromiya. I believe that's correct. That's a fairly plausible Japanese pronunciation so far. Okay. The problem is my given name. Whatever is made up of the characters for fight and person. And it's pronounced battler. Okay. Put it all together and you've got Ushimiya Battler. I believe that Ushiromiya Battler. Pretty crazy, right? It's crazy enough that my parents decided to call me that, but it's even more crazy that some government worker let them make it official. Oh god. Both groups are at the top of my muscular list. Whoa. Anyway, this is one of my cousins. His name is... Oh my god. Pronounced... Ashiromiya George. Okay. He's 5 years older than me, so he must be turning 23 this year. Okay. Since the Ushiram... Oh my god, I'm going to have so fun trying to pronounce this thing. Over and over and over fucking again. Since the Ishiro... If I'm not mistaken, Shiro is... on its own means white. I believe? That's the word for white in Japanese. Ushiromiya cousins consist of 2 boys and 2 girls. Yeah, playing with George all the time. Okay. Because I've always thought of him as a big brother, I still call him Maniki today. Okay. Woo! Natalakun! Look how big you've gotten. Well, he was right. You know what they say, leave a boy for 3 days and you'll hardly recognize him. It must be in his blood. Rudolph wasn't that tall either until his high school years. Perhaps people end up taller if their growth spurt comes late. No idea. Nah, it's nothing special. A real man needs to be tough on the inside, too. Exactly. Natalakun here knows how it works. Real men win or lose based on what they've got on the inside. Okay. Can't even forget to keep Amp up your training and discipline. You gotta do that. And wait very alertly for the perfect moment and strike! Now, I never even imagined that I'm the company president I am today, master my own domain. Yep, to think I've come this far after starting out penniless and ruined. Okay, that's kind of clunky dialogue right there. This stout, plump, old guy is George Aniki's dad, Uncle Hideyoshi. That's easy. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's not Hyde. For those who don't know, basically Japanese quote-unquote letters are syllables, basically. So, Hideyoshi. Anyways, that's more or less how you're supposed to say it. I don't remember if the D and E is duh, but whatever. That's the formulation of it. Whether it's pronounced that way is an entirely different issue. He's the husband of Dad's older sister. Ah, yeah. In other words, we're not blood related. He's nice to children, sociable all the time, and even quick to give out some spending money to us kids. Simply put, he's an awesome uncle. It's just he's not afraid to use shock therapy at times. I guess. He speaks in an odd and very noticeable Kansai dialect, but he's actually a natural-born Encanto man. So, does he work in Kansai? Oh, hello! Wait, what? Okay. So this is clear. Switch to Japanese. Original images. Oh my god! No. Okay, so the... Wow. Anyways, apparently impressions are everything in the business world. Hold on. So speaking... Okay. Apparently impressions are everything in the business. So speaking in different style than other people is an act that makes him stick out more. Okay. However, I hear he gets embarrassed when talking within earshot of a real Kansai person, so he switches back to standard Japanese. I don't really get it, but he's definitely an interesting person. If only you weren't so quick to brag about your life story. That's enough for now, I think. I'm sure Ballow's getting tired of it. Aren't you? Nope, not at all! Nothing wrong with that. I think it's pretty cool for a man and to have some stories you can brag about. I don't have anything like that at all. Oh, really? I'd imagine a man with your looks would leave girls crying left and right. I can't believe you have nothing at all to brag about. What? You're joking, right? Of course nothing weird like that's ever happened to me! Heck, I wish it would! Come on, you aren't fooling anyone. You must tell your aunt all about it later. After all, nothing of the sort ever happens to George. This is George Aniki's mother, Aunt Eva. Holy shit. How do you get something so complex from just that? Whatever. What is it? She's my dad. That's older sister. She and Uncle Hideyoshi are a pair of jokers, and they've always teased me back as far as I can remember. I can't remember if we ever, like, get any indication of what Balor's folks actually look like, so I don't know if, like, she gets the red hair from his mother or his father. Back as far as I can remember. This sometimes made them a bit hard to get along with when I was small. Well, I guess the events of the last 30 seconds prove that they can still be hard to get along with. hope I read all that correctly. Even so, Georgia and Niki's family is interesting and fun. And they seem to get along just fine. Jeez, that's pretty much the total opposite of my family. Battler-kun. Have you seen Rudolph-san? Huh? He headed off to the bathroom a while ago. Is he not back yet? Maybe the poor geezer dropped dead. Nah. Munanu. Nanu Muna Muna Mana Mama. What the fuck? That's no way to talk about your own father. Still, this isn't the first time he's taken so long in the bathroom. Is this his mother? I cannot remember the life of. Yeah, the guy's always been that way. Does he really have to take a magazine with him every time he needs to take a dump? What on earth's he doing in there with those particular magazines? And you don't need to worry about that at all. Oh, you don't need to worry about that at all. And together, I haven't let him do that on his own. So, yes, or was it? I can't remember for the life of me if she's supposed to be like stepmom or what. Ooh, I have to get the juicy details later. Sounds like Dad's got his balls in an iron grip. You know exactly what would happen with that, man. And if I didn't keep a tight grip, don't you? No kidding. You're the only one capable of reining in that old bastard. As a son, I'm more than happy to let you take over. Yes, leave it all to me. After all, that's my specialty. This woman's my father's wife. Okay. That's an interesting way to put it. So, yeah. Her name is God damn it. Ushiromiya Kairi. I believe that's how you would pronounce that. As you could probably tell from our conversation, she's not my real mother. That's what I thought. She's basically my stepmother. There we go. I mean, hey, you said that you did say that she's his wife. So yeah, basically, no, literally stepmother. Anyways, my real mom died 6 years ago, and Kairi-san is the woman Dad married afterwards. It's understandable for someone my age. I could never bring myself to call his new wife Mom. Fair enough. I doubt she feels using the word son on this massive kid who's no relation to her at all. So he would be 12 at the time. We aren't little kids. We know there's nothing to be gained by fighting. So we decided we wouldn't force ourselves to pretend we were family. Okay. I decided to act a bit more frank with her, acting as though she's a friendly neighbor instead. It's much easier if we keep a little distance instead of forcing ourselves to act close and making each other uncomfortable, excuse me. Kairi-san has always been very open about all this. Thanks to that, we've been able to get along pretty well. Okay. Oh my god, there's no break, I swear. And I'm not even sure, like... Then, just when we were bad-mouthing Dad about being in the bathroom, the man himself came back wiping his hands with a handkerchief. It's his mom, got it. Battler. Hey, what's up, Dad? Ow! Don't pitch my ear! Ah! So, you've been talking trash about me with Mom again, haven't you? What makes it so hard to show a little respect for your father, Ow! 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 Damn it, that hurts! You can stretch my ear all you want, but I'm not going to be able to fly! That hurts! Come on now. Up, 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 down, down, left, left, right. Oh my god. Now, say, Father, please forgive me for being so rude. Like hell I will! Go find yourself some members-only store if you want it that much. Yeah! Let go! This old bastard is my dad. I think I'm pretty tall myself, but Dad's just about as tall as I am. I mean, hey. Father. Anyways. Blood father as well. It's no surprise Aunt Eva... Should I say Eva or Eva or whatever? Started talking about Dad's blood and she saw my height. Body or... By the way, my height isn't the only thing I got from him. Seems having weird names runs in the family. Dad's full name is written... Okay... You can't read it, can you? Come on, it's just... And... I think... Where's another one part? God damn, man. Where do you stop the episode? I guess an hour in, maybe? I'm not really sure. Jesus. You can read it, you can't read it, can you? Come on, it's just whatever the fuck that is. Anyways, this guy's name is pronounced Rudolph. You must hate grandfather for giving him... He must hate grandfather for giving him that name. Why'd he give it to him? Still, there's no reason to pass that weird naming tradition on to me. Oh, on the contrary, my friend. This is... There's every reason at that point. As the old bastard twisted my ear all over the place, Aunt Eva snuck up behind him and grabbed his ear. Hey, Rudolph. You should know better than to physically abuse your son. Yeah, that hurts, Aniki. I thought Aniki meant brother. Okay. This scene perfectly illustrated the relationship between the prankster young brother and the older sister who could deal out punishment to him despite his size. I think that's good enough for now, Eva Nissan. I can't remember what Nissan means. I'll make sure to stretch out his ear. His other ear later on. Oh, my apologies. I must leave some polling for you to do, Kairi. Rudolph. Make sure Kairi-san gives you lots and lots of punishment later, okay? You want to talk, Aniki. Abusing your little brother like that. Okay, it means older sibling, I guess. Or is it different because there's an E in the middle? I don't know. Hideyoshi Nissan, I'd like to thank you very much for picking her up. If you hadn't been so generous, it'd be unsold in the store. My gratitude and apologies. What?! Who are you calling unsold? After taking 3 steps back, Aunt Eva unleashed one of her beautiful high reverse roundhouse kicks. I forgot about that. Which stopped just a centimeter away from the tip of Dad's nose. Well, after starting out with Tai Chi Chuan for her figure. For her figure? Okay. Aunt Eva then developed an interest in the Chinese martial arts. After that, she went through karate, taekwondo, capoeira, and that's some capoeira right there. And what is it she's learning now again? Well, anyway, they say a woman's weapons are in her lower body, and that's exactly true for Eva. I mean, it depends on what you consider a weapon. But yes, quite a bit. That being said, at the right angle, she could probably smother someone to death. Anyways, and that's literally true for Eva, and I'm talking about with the top half. Thank you very much. Anyways, Rudolph. How am I supposed to say this? Rudolph? Did you know that a single direct blow to the side of the head, that would knock you unconscious? Not so long ago, I accidentally connected in a practice match. My opponent was out cold. Sheesh, what a pain. I'm so sorry she can't help walking like a freak. Dad, completely unfazed, shrugged and smiled unironically at Uncle Hideyoshi. Never had a brother or sister myself. So when I see you two bickering with each other, makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It sure is nice to have a big family. And then, then why not consider making a little brother for George Kuhn? He's already a fine adult who is about to go off on his own, so it might be a good time to have another child. Hey, have a little sympathy for the new kid and all the pain and suffering he'd have to live through. I'm surprised even George Kuhn turned out as well as he did after being born from this sinister sister of mine. And what an awesome kid he is. Please share some of that with a blockhead of a son someday, will you? That's not at all how it happened. It's thanks to Eva Nissan's proper rearing that George Kuhn became the kind, gentle kid he is now. Isn't that right, Nissan? Oh, come now. You think so? Our George still has a long way to go. Oh, by the way, how's your little Anjay undoing? I heard she was vomiting? Oh, God. Oh, that's right! And I was hoping to finally see her face after such a long time. Is she okay? She often catches a cold when the seasons change. She's very frail. I did want to bring her along, but we decided to have my family look after her this time. I think that's a wise move. She'll heal a lot better if she stays away from that venomous head family household. A child's health is always more important than an adult's convenience, don't you think? I know some great medicine for vomiting colds like that. When we get back home, I'll send in some to you right away, so please try some. Let her try some. Thank you very much, Hideyoshi Nisan. I'm always in your debt. Okay. And once the conversation suddenly veered off in that direction, we kids didn't have any chance of butting in. For now, I'm just happy Aunt Eva gave Dad just desserts for tugging on his ear. We're still waiting for the weather report? Okay, so if I right-click... What is this? Okay. Okay, so you can save. Okay. Going to window. Okay, so we have multiple pages for saving, apparently. Whoa, okay, then. So this is how you get to the others. To Japan, to original. Alright, so. I guess after we're done, after we get back to the thing, it's the end of the episode? I don't know. Jesus fucking Christ, man. It just keeps going and going. Are we still waiting for the weather report? Weather report? George and Nikki pointed at the counter. Checking weather sign is still stuck next to the departure times for the flight we were scheduled to board. According to Nikki, smaller planes are more subject to winds and other effects of the weather. I'm not surprised. It's not at all uncommon for flights to be delayed because of that. Wait a second. We are totally sure it's not going to shake, right? Oh, it'll shake a bit. Almost certainly. From down here on the ground, it just looks cloudy, not windy. Well, I guess it's different up there where the planes fly. Weather's a bit uncertain today. Aunt Eva looked at a TV in the lounge. The weather forecast was being broadcasted, informing us that a typhoon was approaching the Kanto region. A typhoon again? Guess there's no helping her with the annual family conference being held in October. Did they say it was August? I cannot remember for the life of me. No, didn't they say it was June? I don't remember. Couldn't you have chosen a better season? Gray. I've always hoped we could have it sometime around the Oban Festival in mid-August. In that case, why don't you suggest that to Father and Asan during the conference? Very funny. Why don't you do it yourself? Our brother would never listen to anything I suggested. No way. It doesn't really bother me that much to have it in October. I was just saying you might want to propose it, since you said you hate typhoons so much. I only said that typhoons always come around this time of year. You're the one who said you wanted to move it to the Oban Festival, right? Well, you said it too last year. Didn't you say that it would be easier to fit it into your schedule if we had it during the Oban Festival? I never said anything like that. Oh, yes, you did. I certainly wouldn't forget something like that. No, I didn't. You're the one who's been saying that all the time. Didn't you know? Stopping a kick just a hair's breadth away from impact is a very high-level technique. Oh my god. She's swimming. Your age shouldn't spread their legs like that. Oh god. Dad and Aunt Eva's argument looked no different from a couple of brats quarreling. Even though they usually behave like normal parents, they turned right back into kids again, and when they meet their siblings at these family conferences. You're the one who looks like a real adult analyzing it all calmly. I hope I'd never turn out like that old bastard. I'd much rather end up as an intellectual adult like you, Aniki. Okay, so it was an E before. So Aniki presumably means older brother, and Aneki? Is it Aneki or Aneki? I don't know. Must mean older sister. I guess. That's a typo. I don't know. God damn it. Like me. Oh, I still have a long way to go. I still have very little experience out there in the real world, and I need to work on becoming more confident and sociable. I think you far surpassed me on all those accounts, Battler-kun. More confident and sociable. I'm sure you'll outshit me fast enough when you become an adult. But he's 18. George Aniki scratched his head and laughed, as though trying to hide his embarrassment. Of course he was just being humble. Aniki entered a university and became an apprentice at Uncle Hideyoshi's company at the same time, studying both academics and how to become a business emperor imperial. A business emperor. So, basically a business tycoon? By any other name, I guess. Did they illustrate what his company actually does? I don't think they did. Or he didn't, rather. Then, right after graduating, he got into Uncle Hideyoshi's company as his father's aide, piling up a lot of real-life experience as he devoted himself zealously to his work. His great dream is to one day stand on his own and build up his own kingdom. I mean, that's one way to look at it, I guess. Jesus. King of your company, Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways. Aniki is a real paragon of a man, sparing no effort as he strives towards his goal. No exaggeration to say that I really respect him. And then there's me. I'm nothing at all like Aniki. I'm living my happy-go-lucky, idle, high school life to the max. I've got no dreams for the future. I like to just sit back, stay cool, and let the money flow in. But of course, that could never happen. When Aniki was my age, she was already formed an impressive objective. started devoting himself toward studying for that goal. So I guess I can't compare at all. My dad just says, sure, you can study at my company if you like cleaning toilets. Damn it, I'm not gonna be in the debt of that old bastard. I'll find my way myself. If only willpower was all it took to become an adult. But you're 18. Look, I can contemplate about the question of what it means to actually grow up and so on and so forth and be mature and so on and so forth. You are an adult! Maybe you don't act like it, but you're an adult! That's an entirely different issue from acting like one. Anyways, should I go on one of those self-searching journeys that are all the rage these days? Self-searching. More like, what do you want to do? Let's not be pretentious about this, goddammit. Anyways. Yes, that's coming from me. Anyways. Well, it's not like I could mooch off my parents for that kind of money. Rambler stands on a throne of hypocrisy, apparently. Or something along those lines. Anyways. Right then, Uncle Hideyoshi shouted out loudly. He's a really nice person on the whole, but he does have a problem controlling the volume of his voice. When I looked over, I saw that it was greeting Aunt Rosa, who had come in late. Oh-ho! If it isn't Rosa-san! Maria-chan! Long time no see.
Long time no see!
Maria! Shouldn't that be, it's good to see you again? Greet your uncle properly. Ooh. It's good to see you again. There you go! Well said! How about some candy as a reward? Oh, huh? Where'd I put it? Rosa-san, it's good to see you again. Good to see you too, Maria-chan. It's been too long, Kairi-san. What the fuck does Nissan? I don't remember. Hideyoshi Nissan. And oh my, Battler-kun! Look how big you've gotten! Ah, come on. Oh my god. It's about a head taller than her. Not exactly, but Jesus. Like, the top of her head barely comes up to his eyes. And I'm talking about the bottom of them, Jesus. It's embarrassing hearing that from every person I meet. Hey, Rosa. You're late. If the plane was on time, you'd barely have made it. I'm sorry. We had some trouble making our train connection. So, are we waiting on the mother again? Oh, don't complain. I much prefer the 30-minute plane trip to spending 6 hours bouncing about on a boat. I would as well. Even if we're kept waiting for an hour, it's still much faster overall. This is true. And more pleasant. Maria-chan's gotten huge, too! So, how tall are you now?
So, how tall am I now?
Maria-chan parroted... What? Parroted Uncle Hideyoshi's question, looking up at her mother. I guess she doesn't remember her own height. She's probably right in the middle of a growth spurt, so her height must change every month. Give it a few more years, and she'll probably start looking feminine. The bluntness of this fucking of the fucking thoughts. Stream of consciousness, I swear. Just how tall were you the last time you got measured? Keep getting bigger and bigger, don't you? Right? I think she's grown a lot since last year. Let's see, she turned 9 years old this year, didn't she?
9 years old.
I don't know if that I find that cute or what. That's right, you're 9 years old now. Glad to see you're doing well too, Maria-chan. Up you go! I guess you've grown a bit too heavy to play a airplane with. You're Umineko. What a rude thing to say to a lady. Yes, to say to a lady. Here, I'll do it. Up you go! When I went to lift her up in Aniki's place, Maria stiffened defensively, staring suspiciously at my face. Ah, that's right. Last time I met Maria was 6 years ago, and she was only 3 years old. Of course she doesn't remember my face. Maria-chan, don't you remember? It's Butler-kun. We used to play together, remember? And... Dear God, how long is this fucking episode going to be? You know what? No, this is where the episode ends. An hour is long enough to fucking goddamn edit down and all that nonsense. So, see you on the next one, folks! Dear God.